So we're back finally.
We are back.
After that little hiatus we took last week.
Yeah, we took a break. We worked too hard.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We work.
We work way too hard. We don't get paid enough for this.
Don't get paid at all. I wish we got paid, or at least something.
That been a good time. Good time. But we gotta suck it up. Kabul, how you doing today? Good.
I'm so tired.
I'm tired too.
I just want to get the week done with. I'm so ready to
Amen to
go
that.
the weekend. So progress reports are out Friday though.
Really?
Mm-hmm. How you think you're doing?
I mean, listen, what they show you is not going to determine how you are for the rest of the semester. And we've had a conversation about this before, and I proved you wrong because actually you proved yourself wrong.
What'd I do?
For music, you were like, dude, my grade. I'm like, that's just a point for right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but
then you got an A, and you were.
But I was still freaking out. I'm like, I don't want a D, or it was like a D or an F or something like that. It was something crazy because I failed the first test.
You were like bugging out. I was like, dude, it's the first test.
But still, that's like a mark. It's a progress report. It's like,
but what you finish with? An A?
Something like that.
Yeah, you finished with an A. Okay, that's what I thought. So progress reports are coming out. Yeah. Everyone, good luck with that. Just don't get stressed out because it's only
like a month in, right? Like only not barely 2 months.
Yeah, it's just a marking point for the teachers to have. That doesn't determine how you're gonna do for the rest of the semester. How you apply yourself is gonna determine what you do for the rest of the semester. I
have one professor. Like we don't take notes. We don't do quizzes or even exams really. The way we do grades is just participation and our presentation. But half the class still hasn't done their presentation. So he's like, progress reports. You know what? I'm just gonna give everyone a B. How does that sound? I'm like, say less, man. I'll take that B.
Sounds good to me.
I was like, could at least give me a B plus though. Come on.
Listen, in fact, if a professor said to me, I'll give you a B for doing nothing.
True.
I'll take it. And if I did something, that means I get an A. So Capolo, what do you want to talk about today? You had some things in mind. Well, I'm going to let you take charge on.
So this kind of weird period right now is called dead zone for sports. Because football season's ended. Baseball hasn't started yet. There's not any main stories. So the main story right now is Aaron Rodgers, who is the Green Bay Packers QB. It's he's an amazing dude. It's 18 years in the NFL, 4-time
39 years old, right? Something like that.
A little bit older than that, I think. So he went on this darkness retreat because he wanted to figure out if he wanted to keep playing in the 2023 season or retire.
Well, explain to those who don't know what a darkness retreat is.
This is so weird.
I didn't know what it was.
Me and my dad talked about this. I'll get into what we discussed. So basically, for 3 whole days, he went into a room where it was just a bed. I think one lamp and a desk. Oh no, it was a bed and some sort of prayer mat, a meditation mat, and one other thing in complete darkness. For 3 whole days. It was just to figure out whether or not we wanted to retire. I think it was also a mental health thing. Me and my dad talked about this. Can you imagine having any other job in the world and trying to explain hey, I'm going to be gone for 3 days in complete darkness?
Yeah, but I feel like I've seen professional athletes do a lot of. I'm not gonna say weird because clearly he needed stuff to. Who's that?
Loyal fans.
Loyal fan. Oh, I'm not gonna say weird. Obviously, he needed to think about something.
Yeah, if he does play the
season, I'm gonna say out of the order. I think out of the ordinary is the word for it. We've seen a lot of professional athletes do a lot of unordinary things.
That's the thing, though. Athletes and entertainers do. Can you imagine being a garbage man and being telling your coworkers, "Yeah, I'm not going to be in for 3 days straight." Why? Because I'm going to be in a room in complete darkness. That does not work in the normal world. Only if you're in a world of entertainers and athletes.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's if I said that to you, you're just like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, Chris, do you need to talk to someone? What? I'm how does that even help me in darkness for 3 days?
Listen, some people need to meditate on it. And honestly, what I thought you were going with that is I think you're gonna say the world's quietest room thing. I thought that's what.
Oh no! I've heard this. You can hear not even just your heart beating. You can hear the blood flowing.
You can hear your blood flowing. Yeah, some guy spent 25 minutes in there and said he started hearing voices he was.
I can imagine. Yeah, I would never do that. No. I mean, I'll do it for 5 minutes, but
I don't know if I would. But here, let's get back on track. So, you were saying he was doing the room of darkness thing. He had a lot to think about. And what was he thinking about? As if he was going to continue next season?
Yeah, so if he continues next season, he makes guaranteed 59 point something million. Guaranteed. Money's already on the table. Or if he's going to retire. Because he's been in the NFL for 18 years now. And he's an MVP 4 times, something like that. I think a Super Bowl champ.
Does he want to be with his family and everything?
I don't even know. However, if he does play, I think the Jets expressed interest in him, that the Jets would like trade for him.
I mean, I don't know if they're going to get rid of him. I mean, has his performance-wise throughout the years changed, or has he been very consistent?
Oh no, he's been great. But the thing is, with athletes, it's like they'll do 6 great things, but if they mess up one thing, everyone's only going to remember that one thing because he lost a game at home, like a very important game against like Detroit, which is like not a really good team. So everyone immediately goes to that, not remembering the whole other 18 years of him playing and him being amazing.
Oh yeah, of course.
So I just couldn't fathom it. Just like, I guess, God bless, you've got the money to do that and all that, and like you have the facilities.
Yeah, of course.
I don't make $60 million deals. I don't have 18 years in the professional sports, so maybe that's what it is.
What was I gonna say? But here, let's think of it in our perspective. What would you do? Do you think that if you were thinking about like contemplating retiring for a while, I'm just gonna say a normal job. Let's just say a normal job. We'll put it in our standards because we're no professional football players. If you've been working a very long time, you felt like you've made very good money. Say if you retire now, your pension's going to be good. But if you do one more year, it could bump up your pension, like say a couple. We'll just say it like that, a couple thousand. But you're kind of mentally done. Maybe he went there because he felt like he's mentally done, but he wasn't sure. Because think about it, money would do a lot of things for people.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think he. I mean, 60 million, 60 million. Don't get me wrong, but I think he has more than enough money already.
Yeah, that's true. But maybe he's got something else going on. He just hasn't surfaced. Would you retire this year, or would you try to suck it up for one more year?
I would try to suck it up for one more year. You know what I mean?
I think I would too.
Because just like it's the last year. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I've been sucking this job up for like a decade, however long I've been working. Your hypothetical. I'm like, what's one more year?
And also, to put it more in the perspective of an NFL player, I feel like it's. I mean, when you're a professional athlete, you're doing something that you loved your whole life. I feel like,
yeah,
like
you have to be passionate about it.
You're playing a sport that I'm assuming most of these people have played for a very long time, and they get to finally show how much they love the sport. So, I think that's like when people say you gotta love the job you do.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like for the instance for you see NBA players, NFL players, NHL players, I would think most of them love what they do.
Yeah.
Getting paid that much money on top of it is just the bonus.
Mm-hmm. Like well, you brought up a good point. My dad always says this, and I believe it. Work a job you love, you'll never work a day in your life.
Yeah.
Like if you love what you're doing, as I'm sure most athletes do, or all of them, if not most. I mean, he's getting old though, so you also got to think like injuries. Like football is a contact sport, man. Like he can get hurt.
Well, look at Tom Brady.
That's true. Well, Tom Brady was like he retired, and then he spent like 2 weeks with his kids, and was like, "That's not for me."
That was a whole other joke. No, because Thomas said that he's like, well, he's getting old and stuff. Thinking about retirement. I'm like, well, look at Tom Brady. He's like, no, it's a good point because Tom Brady's a little bit older than he is. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, well, sources say that Tom Brady retired for the final and second time because he wants to reconcile with his ex-wife.
To reconcile?
Yeah, like to get back together with her, like to focus on that.
Oh, what a dope!
I would just been like,
I hope she doesn't go back to him.
Really? I mean,
how do you just do that?
How
do you do that?
To be honest, you're Tom Brady. I guess that's the only woman in the world for him. Even though if you're Tom Brady, the other like 4 billion women in the world would love to be with you because you're Tom Brady.
I mean, I don't know. That's weird because he literally made like a whole fuss about coming back.
Mm-hmm.
You expected him to win.
You expect him to be Tom Brady.
Well, you expect him to, you expect him to win the Super Bowl then, right? He didn't do it. Imagine if he did it.
But that's the you.
If he did it, I don't think he would have.
That's the thing. Immediately you go, he didn't win that Super Bowl, even though he's Tom Brady. Tom Brady has won a bajillion other Super Bowls.
Absolutely.
It's memory. It's recency bias. That's what it is.
Speaking of Super Bowl, we never got mics.
Oh my god, that was so funny. Every time the Eagles got the lead or the Chiefs.
You're just an instigator.
Oh hell yeah, I love instigating. I'm a professional instigator. I was texting, sucks that happened, man. Wow, looks like the Eagles might win this year.
Yeah, as soon as they won, we got a spam text. We got harassed on text messages. I was like, no, there's no way. I was dying.
Because like I don't like. You know why I care about the Super Bowl?
I think it's all fun and games.
Yeah, it is. He knows it. I care about the Super Bowl for the food, and I'll watch the game. Like I'm there for chicken wings. That's what I'm here for. So for someone who doesn't care to just be like, oh man, you see that offensive line? Oh man, looks tough. Oh, they fumbled that
chicken
one.
Wing, yummy. You know what's funny too? You know how you can bet it on the Gatorade color?
Yeah.
I kept saying it was gonna be purple.
Everyone, their mother kept on saying it was gonna be
No,
purple.
No. I actually
did. Yeah, you did.
Did I not say it to you? My reasoning was I've never seen purple at a Super Bowl or recall anyone saying it. I was like, it's a more recent flavor. I don't see why they wouldn't do it. You know what the odds for that were? Plus 800.
So if you would,
it was very unlikely of happening.
So if you would put just like, $1 down,
if I put like $50 down, I win $500. And I would have put $50.
Now don't you feel foolish?
What time was it? It was like 1:00 in the morning. My mom texts me and goes, "Come upstairs." I'm like, "Is everything okay?" She shows me the news thing. I start bugging out. I'm like, it was purple. I got yelled at for like waking up my dad, bro. I was like, all right. Did my brother bug out too?
If I was your dad, I would like, if I was
kick you.
Yeah, I would slap you so hard. I'm like, you woke me up over Gatorade. Purple Gatorade. That's what you woke me up?
I thought about it in the moment. I was like, probably not my best move, but it's all right. I thought it was hilarious. I was like, wow, the one thing I'm right about in my life, and it's just.
I would have been like, they're like for the Chiefs, for example, their jersey like predominantly red. I would have been like, it's gonna be red Gatorade or something like that, because I thought that, I think that matches. I would have thought.
It's like when you're on TV, you see them like you pointed to like when the camera points toward the Gatorade containers, and you're just trying to see like what color is coming out of the thing. I can't believe it was purple. Do you think, now that you think, if it was another team, do you think it would have been purple, or is it just?
I think it would have been purple, because I'm sure NFL and Gatorade has some sort of agreement.
They agree whoever wins.
Yeah, exactly. It was going to be purple regardless.
Yeah, never thought about that. But with this guy in his retreat and everything, I think
he's out of it now. But I'm not. No one's really announced what his decision is.
I'm gonna make a prediction. I think he's
got one more in him.
Yeah, I think he'll do one more. Then next year he's done. Listen, when you have that much money, you might as well. After you're done, you can relax, do whatever you want, spend time with your family, and that's it.
I think when you perform that level, like I remember, like a lot of like rappers would always say, like, "Oh, this is my last album. After this, I'm done. I'm retiring."
Oh yeah, of course.
3 years later, they drop another one. It's almost like an addiction, really, to be performing at that level. I think, like you can't. There's no way to exit gracefully. Like you just gotta keep on swinging until you can't swing no more.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Now what was the other thing? There was like another thing. Was something about Quavo? I'm pretty sure.
Yes. Obviously, speaking of rap, so Quavo drops a new song, and I think it was like it wasn't congratulations. It was something with a C. I forgot the title of the song.
I can look it up real quick.
Yeah.
If you need.
So basically, in the song he raps. Obviously, I got paraphrase a little. He basically said in certain words, "Yeah, Migos, it's done. Like, Takeoff is dead. Migos is done. Migos is dead too. Migos died with Takeoff."
So give me a little bit more explanation, because I'm not really familiar with.
So
the song was Greatness.
Greatness. Wow.
That starts with a C.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm not doing well in English. Yeah. So basically, remember, obviously, unfortunately, tragically, Takeoff was killed in that shooting, and now the remaining members of Migos is Quavo and Offset. And then now Quavo drops a song where he's just like, now Migos is done.
So what does he find? He finds solo now?
I guess. I mean, he's obviously, he seems to still want to do music, but just not like with Migos. I mean, it's not even really Migos anymore. It's just
Quavo.
It's just Quavo and Offset. And like, there's been rumors out there about having drama.
Uno amigo.
Yeah, it's just him now.
Just the one amigo.
That's tragic, man.
I mean, some of those things.
They're all related. They're like, I forgot who, like, they're cousins and uncles. I forgot like which one's whose uncle and which one whose cousin. Their family.
I feel like some of those things happen the best for a reason, because I feel like we've seen a lot of bands, artists, like we see collabs, we've seen bands, we've seen them like split, like One Direction. Harry Styles does his own thing now.
Yeah, well, Harry Styles definitely like the most.
But like again, you never know what's going on with everybody. A separation just might be, I want to do my own thing, nothing personal. You guys could be personal. You never know what
Mhm.
happened. Maybe if you said they're all family, could be
Yeah.
family beef. You never know.
There's been rumors that they were having problems even like before the shooting.
Yeah, so
It's really just tragic. Like, even like I don't listen to much Migos, but like you obviously don't wish death on anyone because like there's no coming back from death, obviously,
yeah.
and all the people that are affected by it.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, just a lot of things that go into it. But again, some people benefit the better from it. I mean, Quavo 2 is very popular.
Mhm.
I think he'll be fine. I mean, obviously, we wish for the best for everything,
Yeah,
both worlds.
I think time heals. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just I guess it depends on the person too.
And I think luckily, like if he is grieving, obviously, like, he has a platform to kind of like kind of like speak his grievances. You know what I mean? Like
I think
and put it
the
poetically.
music he puts out's gonna have a lot to do with it
Yeah,
too.
obviously, like it's almost music is like his artist like therapy sessions in a way.
Yeah, that's what it is for a lot of artists. Like, did you hear Miley Cyrus's new song?
Check the new song.
Yeah, so I'll explain it to you. So Chris Hemsworth's brother
Liam Hemsworth.
cheated on.
Really?
Yeah, so she made a music video, a song. Guess where she filmed the music video? At his vacation house.
Okay, now this is coming back to me.
Now, listen to this. She rented the house. Like, either she had someone else rent it. She filmed like the music video in his house. The lyrics to the song, a lot of people are saying it's like like it correlates with Bruno's Mars. Like, what song is it? Shit, frick.
I love it though. Be as petty as you want to be. I love pettiness.
What is it? Bruno Mars. I should have bought you flowers.
Yeah.
So I forget the name of the song, like the exact song. So if you play the lyrics back and forth, I should have bought you flowers. Then Miley Cyrus goes, I can buy myself flowers, and like there's certain points of the song where you see it's like contradicting it.
Oh, yeah, I love it. Get petty. Film in his house. Film in his bedroom next
You should
time.
have saw them on the red carpet.
Really? What happened there?
She licked his suit while on the red carpet and was like shaking her like butt like on him. It was like, and he goes to her, "Can you just behave?" And he walked away.
Oh
And
my god! Yeah. Wow. This is all coming back to me.
I was like, "Wow!" I'm like, "She's crazy."
Well, yeah. I mean, I
And
can
you know
kind
how
of
you know how we found out as she found out he cheated.
what
So
cheat on her like with one of her friends.
I don't know if it was that specific. So she has a snack. It was like some peanut butter and like jelly thing. She keeps it in the house. He's allergic to the peanut butter and jelly thing, and she hasn't been home. And she
This is all
goes,
coming back
"Who
to me
touched
now.
my stuff?" And she knows that it couldn't be him. So put two and two together.
Imagine peanut butter is the reason why you get.
That's what my girlfriend was telling me. I was like, imagine that being the reason that you get caught cheating. I'm like, that's actually crazy. And she goes, she's such a girl boss. I'm like, she's a psycho.
Well, she's right. She was right.
No.
I will say with the whole red carpet thing, I kind of got agreed with him because like this decorum to this is the red carpet. Like, come on, at the after party or behind closed doors, we'll get wild.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why she did it, but I
Because that's
personally
her brand, kind of. You know what I mean? To act
being
like
a
that.
nut job.
Yeah.
I guess that's fair enough to say, but yeah, that's crazy. Just like the whole point we were making to this is music. Your personal like can influence your music a lot.
They're
And
intertwined.
how many times I've heard that song replayed? Just the Miley Cyrus song, it's just insane. Now imagine for Quavo's music, it could be better, it could be worse. You know, it's a hit or miss. But it's usually a hit.
Yeah, because it's real. I think people recognize real and they respect real.
Yeah. I don't think they just sing the lyrics to sing them. Like some people like digest like what they're hearing.
Actually, speaking of retirement and all this, Drake is actually thinking about retiring.
What?
He was on a podcast like with Lil Yachty, and he was talking about like he's trying to find a way to like gracefully exit, like gracefully retire. I mean, I like Drake's early stuff. I like early Drake.
I think he does 2 more albums and he does a graceful retire.
Well, I'm sure. I don't know if it's gonna be like a full retirement or like he'll still be featured on other people's albums, stuff like that. Just not make his own. I'm sure he's got like songs and lyrics in the vault and stuff like that. They'll just be like,
Everyone
yeah,
does.
here, yeah, everyone does. They're still finding new Juice World ones.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's all like
I'm so God rest Juice World, God rest X. Like I don't want to hear more of their verses because they were unfinished for a reason. They were unreleased for a reason.
Yeah.
That's what like the new Trippie Red album like still has a Juice World feature and has like everyone in hip hop that we've been hearing for the same like 3 years straight. It's kind of getting a little stale.
Yeah, it's fair. You hear the same thing all over again. But like we were saying, I think Quavo will make a big hit out of everything that's going on, hopefully. So we'll see what happens with that. Now, there was one more thing I think you wanted to talk about
Yeah,
too.
I just realized this is a really morbid podcast episode. So Nipsey Hussle also was tragically shot and killed. Recently, his killer was just sentenced to 60 years in prison for killing him.
Oh wow.
Yep. Well, I mean, how do you define how do you figure out how many years a person deserves for killing another person? Like in the manner that they killed someone?
I don't see like this is the thing though. We've seen stuff like that and people have been sent for less years.
Mm-hmm.
So can you,
So
I never heard of the person, but can you explain to me like who what's his name? Nipsey.
Nipsey Hussle.
Can you explain to me who he is? I'm not very familiar with
So
him.
he was another rapper, and he was a very political rapper. Like was always rapping about socioeconomic problems among people of color and stuff like that. And like he was kind of like you've obviously heard Tupac before. A lot of people drew comparisons between the two of them because their styles were very similar, and like their subject matter was.
Yeah.
So and like when he was exiting like some sort of shop that he had owned or that he put the money for in a black neighborhood, and, like, trying to uplift the community. That's where he was shot. That's where he was shot and killed, like right outside the store, which is obviously super tragic.
Yeah.
And like he did not, from what I can tell from what other rappers have spoken about him, like he did not have a bad bone in his body. Like he was, like I said, he was always trying to uplift the people around him.
Sounds like a good man. And also, what you're saying, crime wise, like how do you determine that? I guess it determines. I feel like, I mean, obviously, murder,
Mm.
first degree, second degree, third degree. I feel like it depends on who's being killed in the process too.
Yeah,
For example, like he got killed. Say, God forbid, like one of us, something bad happened, like we suffered the same fate. I feel like that person's gonna get less years because of our status.
I actually think they will get more because of her age. Because we are young, so everyone's going to look at like a major loss of life, like that.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
And I think also it kind of played into how big Nipsey Hussle was. You know what I mean? Like you killed someone who's always in the news and stuff like that, who's a beloved figure. You know what I mean? Like if God forbid, like two gangsters shot each other, everyone should be like they're gangsters. I came with a job. You know what I mean? No one will really weep for them.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, that's sad. Rest in peace. Another. It's sad how you see these people going out nowadays. Just like all these rappers, singers, and they just
Yeah.
athletes, everyone.
Yeah, it's also weird because obviously with Juice WRLD, all his unreleased songs coming out and unreleased verses, but then you also have like Coachella when they came out like with the Tupac hologram. I think that was in better taste because Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, who both knew him personally, were also performing on stage. So I'm sure they signed off on it.
A Tupac hologram.
Yeah, at Coachella, like, and like he looks just like him, like he's glowing obviously because it's a little bit of hologram, and he just like I think he performed like California Love and all this. Because they programmed like his voice and all that, so he goes like Dre's on his left and goes, "What up, Dre?" Snoop sounds right. "What up, Snoop?" Like, and then just performs.
That's
I think that's a much better taste than just
yeah.
because you seen like with X's mom, like and his baby mother, like fighting over like his estate and like all that comes with it and stuff like that.
That's sick.
Yeah, exactly. It's when you're gone, no one will miss you, but they'll miss the money.
Yeah, that's terrible too. And you know what's crazy? Something like that. When Juice WRLD died, when his album came out, there was like a verse. There was like how you have like the interludes and
Yeah.
the what's the other one for? I don't know.
Was it like some sort of like 27 Club type lyric?
I don't know. It was it was just a recording of his voice saying, "I made it to heaven, y'all. Like I made it to heaven." But like this got released after he died. I don't know if that was edited, but
It could have been beforehand because he was always struggled with mental health. So I mean, like obviously when you struggle with mental health, you kind of like think about like death a lot and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's true. But the way he went out too, like
Yeah, he overdosed on that plane. Yeah, I remember that.
he'd rather have done that than just get caught. I mean, at that point, you're better off just getting caught. You have a better chance of getting yourself out than just.
Yeah, and the thing that took it wasn't like an overdose. It was prescription drugs, which I think is like one of the worst parts of it, that he was addicted on those. And like we kind of glorify it now, like with perk 30s and all that other dumb stuff.
Yeah, it's sad like how everything goes around. But uh, is there anything else that we needed to talk about, or
I think we talked about a lot. We really only talked about like 3 or 4 things.
we did talk about a lot today.
But it's just the subject matter. The subject matter is obviously a little draining. It feels like a lot.
Yeah, I'm in a bad mood now.
You know what? I think I might just get mental health day, skip the rest of my classes.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't skip classes.
Don't skip class. Don't be this man.
Well, remember today what one of our friends told about what happened to them when they skipped class with the car.
Oh, she skipped class?
Well, I'm not going to name names, but she was not in attendance. Let's just put it like that.
And that's what. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So if she didn't skip class, then
Exactly.
okay. I'll remember that when I see her next time.
So don't skip class because you might end up in.
Do not skip class. That is not good. Even if you do it, don't tell me.
Yeah, you don't get to class early. Sit in the front row.
Don't do that. Sit in the
Raise
back.
your hand every class.
Sit in the back. Go on your computer. Get your work done.
Also watch a movie.
He watches a lot of movies in class.
I do watch a lot of movies. I like in my head, I'm like, okay, this class is like 52 minutes. I can get like half of this movie.
Good half hour.
Yeah, exactly.
Spend 5 minutes paying
sometimes
attention.
if I am, yeah. Sometimes if I am watching it, I can feel like the eyes peeking over my shoulder of people behind me watching the movie with me.
Someone went to me the other day. I was in class. Like I had my laptop. I was watching YouTube, and they go, "Were you watching bowling the other day in class?" I go, "Yeah." I was like, "I like to bowl."
Because like now that I know other people are watching me, like I don't want to watch anything too nerdy. You know what I mean? So I put on The Dark Knight because I'm like, that's Batman, but like it's a good movie.
You should have put on some crazy stuff and had them look away.
But
scare them.
It's so crazy because like, you know, the professor will be talking about obviously the subject matter of the class and what we're going over, and like me and like 4 other people are watching the Joker blow up a hospital and stuff like that. Like completely different from what we're discussing in class.
Tell me about what we learned. The Joker is one bad man. Oh god. Well, I think it's time for us to wrap up.
Yeah, I'm not even. Oh yeah, well, we almost went half an hour.
Ooh,
yeah, we actually didn't.
We haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, we
usually
do like 15
if
minutes
anyone
now.
has anything for us to talk about,
please, we need
debate.
Help.
We need topics.
We do.
Debates, anything
I
current
can't look at
going
Twitter
on.
Anymore. I'm getting sick of Twitter.
I haven't even looked at Twitter in a minute.
You haven't looked at any social media, right?
What? No. Just I haven't been on Twitter or anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just haven't been on Twitter.
Twitter's like where all the cynical people of the internet go and
Yeah.
congregate.
Yeah, I gotcha. All right, everyone have a good day.
Yeah,
We'll see you
wow,
soon.
this. All right, see you. I'm surprised you went.